Welcome to another edition of the Weekend Storage Warrior. I'm here at a storage unit. I just bought this one right here. It was the first auction I went to, the second unit they sold. I bought it for $200. It's kind of what I like to do. Get in, get it over with. This one has a black case. It was actually turned this way. It says Fender on it. And I looked at it and said, no, you're kidding me, right? So I just had to buy it. There's another guitar case right here. I already know what's in this case because I looked at it. And it's not a guitar. It is a rifle. It's a pellet gun. It's a pellet gun. I thought it was a shotgun. Anyhow, let's see what's in this one. That sounds like a guitar. There's a guitar. It's a Lyle. I don't know that brand. Kind of old anyway. Anyhow, we got a pellet gun and a guitar so far for $200. Let's get some more of this stuff out of here, see what we got. Alright, got a few things out of here. Here's some Timberland boots. There's an explosives ammunition box, but it's only got papers in it. Baseball gloves, VHS movies. There's 3 mattresses in there, particle board dresser that's empty, and some other stuff in the back. This camera's gonna die here any second, so the briefcase. So I don't know. Oh, here's a. I think that, yeah, that's a record player. Looks like a stereo system. So I don't know. $200. Would have been nice if that Fender had been in there. Anyhow, I got my truck with me. This is all coming out right now down the elevator. So we're continuing here. There's a Star Wars lunchbox. Looks like an old one. Kind of rough condition. There's some Star Wars trading cards. So you never know. It only takes one thing. Alright, so here we are outside. There's a whole thing full of cassette tapes. Not exactly a high demand item, although you never know. Jimi Hendrix, Dead Kennedys. But I don't have my totes to haul all this loose stuff out, so I'm just going to take this right here home right now. Come back tomorrow and get the rest. It's going to be raining tomorrow, so that'll make things interesting. But I'll get this out home right now. Okay, here we are the next day. I'm finished going through all this stuff. I have a Daisy pellet gun, or BB gun. This Fender guitar case actually would be worth some money if it wasn't damaged. It's got a big rip on one side, glued together. It's too bad. That actually was worth money if it was in better condition. Everything in this is in really rough shape. I got this little record player. I've got a little old laptop, no power supply, a locked Android phone, some stereo speakers. This is some musical stuff. That's a effects pedal. A couple of those. There's a Marshall. That's worth some money. They're very rough condition. Some pennies, a watch, a Zippo. I got this Star Wars thing. This actually is from 1977. It doesn't have the thermos. Beat up. There's a bunch of Star Wars cards and a couple of harmonicas. A bunch of CDs. And I got these cassette tapes. And a pot and another guitar. There are 3 mattresses in there. You ever try getting a big mattress down a long hallway by yourself? And this is the rest of the stuff that was in the back. A couple file cabinets, a trash can full of clothing, and a bed frame, and 3 more 5, 6 boxes. This one did not have a lot of volume. I got 3 more totes here to go through, but what few things that were in it were high value, so that's fine with me. I didn't want any volume. I didn't want to be hauling truckloads of trash in the rain. Ah! Woo! I haven't seen it rain like this for a long time. Okay, so we're slowly working our way through this pile of stuff, the very last dregs of it. And I'm starting to work on selling these tapes on eBay. Of course, when I get into it, I realize that half of them are empty. Okay, so I'm sitting here in front of my heater, going through all these cassette tapes. These tapes on the floor are home recorded tapes. Those have no value. These are empty cases without the tapes. These are tapes without the cases, unfortunately. But I did manage to find about 60 complete tapes and cases. And I've looked some of these up. That one there, the Grateful Dead. This one here, the Descendants. This one here, Pink Floyd. Those have completed listings at like $12 to $15. And a lot more of these are $5. Okay, so here's our first little snag here. I'm trying to play this Circle Jerks tape. Golden Showers of Hits. And this sounds real muddy.
Overheard folks sitting in bars, talking about sex, talking about cars, talking about football, women at lunch. They just keep talking, but don't say much.
Anyhow, I don't know if that's because this thing is a piece of junk. It's all dusty and nasty. I cleaned off the head, but so I need a better stereo to test these on to see if it's this or if it's the tapes. Because if I sell 60 of these things and it turns out they're all damaged and muddy and get returned, it would be a nightmare. It's eating the tapes. I give up. I give up. I'm giving up on these. They're getting sold at the swap meet. They're not going on eBay. Unbelievable. So we're doing the same drill with the CDs. Went through that whole box there. And again, it was good news and bad news. The bad news is these are all empty. The good news is there are 50 CDs in the cases, mint condition with the artwork. Now we will look these up online and see if we can find some that we can make some money with. Alright, I'm standing here looking at all these CDs. I never did put them on eBay. So, the rain has stopped. Today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday. It's finally time to go to the swap meet. I'm gonna sell it all there. Hopefully. I'm looking at this guitar. I started to play it. It's missing the little white things on there. Okay, I'll load it up. I'm ready to go. This particle board dresser thing and these file cabinets, those are just junk. So I've got pretty much everything on there. There was one nice stereo system that you haven't seen yet, but you're gonna see it right now. I bought 2 of these chairs at a yard sale for 15 bucks. I just sold them both for 75. The rest of this stuff is all out of this last unit for the most part. These golf clubs are a different unit. So here we go. Beautiful sunny morning. Got a space here on the corner. Life is looking good. Alright, we're all set up. It's 10:30. I've made $150 so far. This is the stereo. I hadn't shown that before. That's hard to sell those. People don't buy big CDs players anymore. Some of this is out of different units.
See many LPs anymore.
They're coming back.
Yeah, they seem to be.
Alright, here we are at the end of the day. I had a decent day. Saw lots and lots of CDs and cassette tapes. These dolls, $5 each, did not sell. Well, maybe 5 of them. All the things I thought I would sell for $20, I sold for, or all the things I thought I would sell for 40, I sold for 20. So I got 20 for the Fender case, 20 for the record player. And when it was all said and done, made about 300 bucks. So after my expenses, so I made about 350. This is the profit from this $200 unit. $84. So that's it for today. A big $84 payday. Alright, I think it's time to wrap this video up. Well, I'm sitting here looking at this huge pile of unsold merchandise. There's a little bit more stuff in there out of this unit, so now this is all profit, and I'll make a little more money out of this. But all in all, that was not the greatest unit. Of course, if there had been a Fender guitar in that case, it would have been a different story, but that was a gamble that did not pay off. This does involve a bit of gambling. That's why it's so much fun, but unlike going to a casino in the storage business, usually you end up with more money than you started with. So case in point, the cost on this was $215. I sold $300 after expenses for a profit of $85. Now, I could have made more money if I had sold these cassette tapes online, and that was some great music. There was punk rock, there was heavy metal, there was Jimi Hendrix, there was the Grateful Dead. Another comment I have on this is when I bought that, everybody wanted to see what was in that guitar case, and so right after the auction I opened it up to show it off, and there was a BB gun in there. Now, in some states, such as Arizona, if they see a firearm in a unit, they will confiscate it. In California, there's a process to sell a firearm that you acquire at a lien sale, which I explain in my book, The Weekend Storage Warrior by Jens Tobias, available on Amazon.com. But all in all, if you buy a unit at an auction, it's better just to put a lock on it and close the door, and don't be a show-off. Anyhow, that's it for this movie. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.